So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
What a scene this is. The locals proudly refer to this venue as the Colossus of St. Ursula. And boy, everything about this place is absolutely colossal. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Mbappe, and he's running through, knocks it. Vinicius Junior! Denied by an instinctive save.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Now it's Barcola. Vitinha. Now Hernandez. Mayulu. And here's Ramos. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's good vision. This might spell danger. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's made its way to him. Looking to play him in. Barcola picks it up out wide. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Mayulu. Now it's Ramos. Eder Militao calmly anticipates.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Brahim Diaz. Fran Garcia providing an outlet on that flank. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Threads one in. Gonzalo Ramos gets flagged offside. That pass isn't the best. And he's lost his man here. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is... Takes a shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And he was quick to react. Now it's Barcola. He's found a way through. Hernandez. And it's Mayulu. Doué. Nice control. And here's Ramos.
Gonzalo Ramos really needed to...
And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So the action resumes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well read, nice interception.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a goal! No, flags up on the far side.
He went just a smidgen too early, Peter.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Hakimi. Doué. And it's Hakimi. Here's Vitinha. And here's Ramos. A lovely feeding. Tries one from range. Frustratingly close. Bellingham. And here's Barcola. Bellingham defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And here's Mbappe.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Doué. Plays a sharp little ball here. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Vitinha. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
And here's Ramos. Great chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Time for a change in personnel. Doué with the short one. Now it's Doué. And that's a shoot! Oh, that could be pivotal! A breakthrough! So late in the day! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Paris Saint-Germain now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Doué is in a really good position out wide. Now it's Ramos. And that is that. Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Gonzalo Ramos taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.